The Formula One world was shocked by Carlos Sainz's test results with Williams at the Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya. His impressive performance in the test left many, including his new teammate Alex Albon, stunned. With such a quick adaptation and promising performance, one big question arises. Is this the beginning of a power shift within the Williams team? Let's take a closer look. Carlos Sainz, a four-time Grand Prix winner, was forced to leave Ferrari after the Italian team's surprise decision to sign Lewis Hamilton for the 2025 season. This move paved the way for Sainz to join Williams, a team trying to recover from its slump. However, instead of just undergoing a regular test, Sainz used this opportunity as a proving ground. This test was not only an effort to get to know the new car, but also a statement that Sainz is ready to become the new leader for Williams. Reports from the team indicate that he quickly felt comfortable behind the wheel and was able to provide very detailed technical feedback. The impact was immediately felt in the development of the Williams FW47. For Alex Albon, Sainz's arrival is not only a new teammate, but also a threat to his position within the team. Since his Formula One debut, Albon has rarely had a teammate with whom he can objectively compare himself. At Toro Rosso, he was paired with Daniil Kvyat before being promoted to Red Bull to partner Max Verstappen, which was clearly a big challenge. Albon had a difficult time at Red Bull, which ended with his dismissal after 18 stressful months. He then found a new home at Williams, where he dominated his former teammates Nicolas Latifi and Logan Sargent. With this dominance, the question arises: has Albon really developed into a solid midfield driver, or is he just standing out because his opponents are less competitive? Now, with Sainz as a more credible comparison, Albon finally gets the chance to really measure his abilities. If he can match or surpass Sainz, his chances of returning to a major team will be even greater. On the other hand, if he loses the competition, his hopes of returning to a top team could be dashed forever. A source within the Williams team revealed that Carlos Sainz's performance during the test session at the Barcelona circuit was truly exceptional. According to him, Sainz was able to adapt very quickly to the characteristics of the car and even provided very valuable technical input to the team. In his report, he noted a significant improvement in various aspects of the car, particularly in terms of balance and stability, which have often been the main weaknesses of the Williams car, especially in high-speed corners. With Sainz's input, the team immediately made several adjustments that had a direct impact on the development of the FW47 car, which is expected to be more competitive this season. In addition, Sainz's presence on the team has had a major impact on the internal dynamics of Williams. Team principal, James Vowles, openly stated that Sainz's presence has had a positive effect on the team, especially in terms of raising the level of competition among the drivers. This is a great situation for the team. We now have two talented drivers pushing each other to the limit, said Vowles, emphasizing the importance of healthy competition within the team to achieve the best performance on the track. On the other hand, Alexander Albon now faces a big challenge. Over the past few seasons, Albon has become accustomed to being in a leadership position within the team, with little pressure from his teammates. However, with the addition of Sainz, a rider with experience of fighting at the front of the grid, this situation is beginning to change. Albon will now have to work harder if he wants to maintain his dominance in the team. With the competition getting tougher, he can no longer feel comfortable and must continue to improve his performance if he is to remain Williams' mainstay in this challenging racing season. Williams has committed significant resources to Alex Albon's development since he joined the team in 2022. The confidence placed in him reflects the team's belief in his potential as a main driver. However, with the presence of Carlos Sainz and his potentially more consistent or even superior performance, it is possible that Williams will start to rely more on Sainz in terms of car development and formulating future race strategies. Such a decision could be influenced by Sainz's ability to provide sharper technical feedback or his more significant contribution to the team's progress. For Sainz himself, the 2025 season is a golden opportunity to rebuild his reputation after parting ways with Ferrari. With the experience he has gained defending big teams, he is certainly highly motivated to prove that Ferrari were wrong in their decision to no longer retain his services. If he can bring Williams to a better competitive level and help the team achieve more consistent results, it is not impossible that in the next few years big teams will look at him as a strong candidate to fill their seats. This could be a turning point in his career, allowing him to return to competing at the highest level of Formula One. Meanwhile, this season will be a very crucial moment for Albon. He has to prove that he deserves to stay in F1 and compete at the highest level with the best drivers in the world. If he can match Sainz's performance, or even give him a tough fight, then his chances of attracting the attention of the big teams remain open. On the other hand, if he is unable to match Sainz and suffers a significant defeat in the internal team competition, then there is a good chance that he will be stuck in the middle of the pack for a long time, which could limit his chances of moving up to a more competitive team in the future. In the world of Formula One racing, the dynamics of relationships between teammates are always an interesting topic to discuss, including in the context of the Williams team, now strengthened by the addition of Carlos Sainz and Alex Albon. So far, the relationship between the two seems to be harmonious. Not only do they work together with the Williams engineers to formulate strategies, but they also actively give feedback and contribute to perfecting the performance of the FW47 car. This synergy is certainly a positive factor for the team, accelerating development and increasing competitiveness on the track. However, as is often the case in the world of F1, the internal competition between drivers in a team can quickly change direction. If one of them starts to dominate and get more attention, the potential for tension can increase. This situation often triggers the emergence of unhealthy rivalries that can ultimately disrupt team harmony. Therefore, Williams must be able to maintain an ideal balance between cooperation and competition between its two drivers. If Sainz and Albon can push each other in a constructive way, then the Williams team has a great chance of becoming competitive again and becoming a serious threat in the midfield. However, if the competition between them becomes too intense and causes internal tension, it could actually backfire on the team. Instead of accelerating progress, unchecked conflict has the potential to hinder their development in the increasingly competitive F1 environment. On the eve of the pre-season test that will take place at the Bahrain circuit, the attention of the entire Formula One world is now focused on the new formation of the Williams team, strengthened by the duet of Carlos Sainz and Alex Albon. The presence of these two talented drivers raises a big question that is interesting to analyze. Will they be able to work together harmoniously to restore Williams' glory to the top of the F1 competitive map, or will the rivalry between the two become a stumbling block that hinders the team's development in the long term? Williams is in a very interesting and challenging position at the moment. In the midst of fierce competition in Formula One, the British team has to contend with rapid improvements from rival teams such as McLaren, Alpine, and Aston Martin, who continue to show significant developments in both car technology development and race strategy. To compete at the highest level, Williams must ensure that it is able to optimize every technical and operational aspect, including car development, careful race strategy, and solid internal team management. Early reports from the Barcelona test session indicate that Sainz's presence has made a big contribution, especially in terms of improving the technical performance of the Williams car. With his extensive experience at Ferrari, Sainz is believed to bring a fresh perspective that can help the team in various technical aspects. However, despite the positive signs, the real question will only be answered when the official racing season begins. It is only through a series of competitive races that we will be able to see if Williams is truly capable of consistently strong performances. If the team can put together a promising season, it could be the starting point for a revival and a new era of glory. On the other hand, if the internal dynamics of the team are disrupted by the fierce competition between Sainz and Albon, it is not impossible that Williams could actually experience a decline, which could be fatal for their ambitions to return to the top. Will this duo lead Williams into a new, more competitive era? Or will Albon have to fight extra hard to maintain his position in the team under pressure from Sainz? Write your opinion in the comments section.